Hey guys, how you doing? Will here, Will's Toy Clearance, showing you my real Ghostbusters collection. A little bit about how I started, I guess, would be a great place to start. So I started actually collecting the toy line maybe 2 or 3 years ago, but I'd picked up pieces before that, just random bits around the car boot, and other toy fairs and stuff. But then around the time of the new film, the all-female version, I was like, I'm going to go back and collect the original toy line. So I did. But as you may be able to see from in front of me, also picked up a few other bits as well. Ghostbusters is just one of those classic franchises which everybody loves, hopefully everybody's heard of, and it's just so cool. But obviously, the real Ghostbusters is slightly different from the films. However, in front of us, you can see over here, the 7-inch, I'll bring it over, the 7-inch, sorry, I'm going to have to look over these, whoop, there you go, 7-inch Ghostbusters theme, which was really cool. As you know, if you know me, I'm into my vinyl. Very nice back cover there. These were super collectible. It was, what, 84 the film, and everybody went mad for vinyl. It was the height of vinyl. The slightly rarer vinyl piece in my collection is this, which I'm sure a couple of you guys might have spotted already, which is the very cool, if I can get the sticker in focus here for you. There you go. The luminous 12-inch picture disc, and indeed it is luminous. You put this in a dark room, especially in, now it's been out in the light, not locked away in a vinyl record case, it will really glow, and the glow is really good on it. Same instruments, 12-inch single release, so it is slightly longer, but a very cool item in its original poly sleeve as well, but very nice. I should really get this frame for the man cave. That's just a bit of damage on the sleeve, it's not actually on the record. So that is a really cool piece. I was well chuffed to pick that up. I think that was off the car boot. In fact, that was on a car boot haul video 2 years ago, I think. I think it was like £8. Absolute bargain. Absolute bargain. Very cool piece. Probably one of the highlights of my collection, to me, as a record collector as well. And the other record you can see in front of you here is the Ghostbusters 2 on our own. A less successful film, but still a nice piece. I think I came across it in a record box, and I was like, yeah, as you can see, 10 pence. You can see how the value of that one went. Even though the second film, I actually quite like. Not going to lie, it's a decent film. Also in front of you, you can see the real Ghostbusters breakfast tray. That was a recent pickup this year. Couple of scratches here and there, but in all, it is in great condition. The feet at the back still work. Beautiful colour into it as well. And of course over there you can see an annual. I'll just got another annual here. I couldn't quite fit on the background. Annuals, of course, back in the day, you got to clip out the price if you so wanted to. And actually belong to Jamie Dryborough. If you're watching, Jamie, say hello. Do stick around as well, guys. There is a giveaway with this review collection, which will be at the end. All you need to do, of course, like every YouTuber, like, subscribe, and comment down below what you thought of the video. I'll be very much interested to see what you think of this new setup I'm trying. But yeah, typical annual, bit of a cartoon strip, a couple of bits and pieces that are interactive if you wanted to do those as well. Nothing special, but don't often come across the real Ghostbusters annuals. Don't know if they were rare at the time. Not sure if just they weren't very popular. It was sort of the decline of annuals, I guess, mid to late 80s. But yeah, still a cool piece in my collection. I really like the artwork on this one with the Stay Puft. So I was quite chuffed with that. Marvel as well. There you go. The maker, the publisher. On books as well, of course. We have 2 more here. Oh, 3 more actually. 3 more. The Ladybird Ghostbusters 2 book of the film, which is basically just bits and pieces from the film. Nice and easy to read. Nice little books. I like the Ladybird books. Ladybird books are cool. Always collectible. We've got this very strange, the real Ghostbusters 2, the movie book as well, which was for obviously bigger adults. An old Toys R Us sticker there as well. Very cool. Again, comic strip. Very cool. So like an old graphic novel, I guess you could call it. And that's in nice condition again. Marvel. And a few more on the back. And this really cool, I don't know if you were a child in the late 90s, early 2000s. We had magic key books. I take it this was the equivalent in the 80s, a sort of kids' interactive learning little storybook. Nice and easy. Again, big colourful pictures, really nice artwork in this. Very cool. Yeah, really nice. But I've bored you enough with books. Shall we get on to some figures? Shall we do that? And here is line one. This is the pinnacle, what everybody, I think, should collect of the real Ghostbusters line. Probably the best looking figures. Obviously just been re-released by Hasbro as well. If you don't want to go and get the retro ones, go and pick up the new re-releases. They are exactly the same to my knowledge. They look really cool. Obviously, the problem with these, and you'll find that mine are missing, I do have some somewhere, but they're not in great condition, they were all broken, is the proton packs these guys used to wear. If you're going to collect any, these are the ones to collect. This is the original 4 Ghostbusters, along with Slimer and Stay Puft, of course. We have Ray, we've got Egon, we've got Winston, we've got Peter. Really cool figures. The Slimer is probably one of the coolest figures out of this line, as well as the Stay Puft, of course. But if you're going to collect any figures, the original 5, 6 are probably the best to get. Come on, Stay Puft. Oh, I love these figures. These are, even if I sold this collection, these are the ones I would keep. The original Ghostbusters are about the best, or my favourite of the collection at least. Definitely a highlight of this whole toy line, and probably what sold the best. So yeah, ultra cool. Shall we move on to set 2? And here we are, guys, set 2, the Fright features. These are the ones that I have. There are other ones in the line, I believe. We'll get to the monsters in a minute, but we'll stick with the heroes. So, of course, Fright features, very cool. Kenner did a good job with these. So, press the arm and they fright, as they were. Really quite cool. Probably one of the first times Kenner animated a line of figures into this quality. So yeah, quite impressed with these. Egon, I don't think it's quite as good, but the tie's pretty nice. The ties often get broken, so quite good to have this tie and his jaw drops. Very cool. Winston, I think his head spins, is it? Obviously this one has got his accessory. I do have all the accessories to this line, but they are elsewhere, easily findable online if you want to have a look at them. But yeah, they're nothing special, the accessories, just bits of plastic, really. They're not as good as the figures themselves. Obviously, the accessories make a difference to the price, but meh. They are about, I do own them. We got Ray here as well, who, whoops, wrong arm, well. This time the animation's actually in the arm that he holds his thing, so his ears come out and his head pops up, which is quite cool. And we've got Janine, who, if you lift the arms up, glasses come out and her hair comes up. Very cool figure. We actually come to the first of my carded collection at this point, so I'll lie these guys down for a minute, which is a carded, unpunched Ray. Very nice. This is an import. This is a Canadian import, if I show you that. Terrifiris, or however you want to pronounce that. I severely apologise for the butcher of that pronunciation. So, unpunched, and of course on the back it shows you some of the line. There is Egon, there is Peter as well up there, and Winston. The Firehouse, we might come to that in a bit. The Poppers, which I also have as a carded figure, I'll show you that in a bit. We've got the Ghost Zapper, never managed to get hold of that. The Ghost Popper, never got hold of that. The Proton Pack, probably the most iconic play with toy of the line. I have worn one, I do not own one. And there we are, we've got Slimer from the original set and Stay Puft from the original set. I've never managed to get an Ecto one in great condition either. It's one of the pieces I'm looking for. Obviously a nice boxed one would be cool, but I'd take a loose one to play with the figures. And we've got a couple of other bits there. There's the original figure line again, with all their proton packs and stuff. And the mini ghosts. I don't own many mini ghosts, not going to lie. These guys get lost very easily for all the toys. You usually kept the figures and not the ghosts. So again, if you guys have got any spare ones knocking about, please do let me know. I would love to try and complete a couple of my figures at least. And we got added the ectoplasm in this line as well. Variants on the Canadian card, not much really, just the different language on the front, I think. But a cool figure, and I'm glad to have a carded piece in my collection. When I was sorting out this collection for filming, I didn't actually realise I had as many carded figures as I did. But we'll now move to the Fright features, monsters. And these are the monsters, Fright features monsters. Very cool. A couple of them missing off camera here, but we'll go through all of them one by one. My favourite out of this line are the Universal monsters. So we've got Dracula, we've got the werewolf, we've got the mummy, we've got Quasimodo. Very cool figures. But the original first part of this line were the normal people. So we've got a nice, honest-looking postman here, and scary. He's an evil, haunted postman. Obviously more monsters in the toy line than Ghostbusters, which is the way it should be, really. Ghostbusters needed enemies to fight, and these guys were some of the best around. Which is always cool. Gangster Granny here as well. Probably one of the, well, I say Gangster Granny, probably one of the more popular figures, and indeed, I have this one carded. Again, I think if we pull, is it pull? Pull the head up? Yeah, there we go. There we go. That is absolutely terrifying. I would not like to face that in a dark alley. Very, very cool figure. I'll show you the carded ones I've got in a moment. Fearsome Flush, of course, as you run along. The toilet comes and attacks you. Very cool. And the figures actually do sit on this as well, which is a nice addition. We've got these little ET dudes with the spring-loaded tongue. So if you press the tongue, they bite you. Very cool. Very playable. That one in purple and one in orange. That probably isn't the right name for them, I'm not going to lie. But cool little figures, and they do bite a figure. If I grab Janine here, they do actually hold a figure, which is quite cool. So a lot of thought actually went into this line, which makes a difference. This dude is the biker dude, not got the bike, and his head flips down, and the Wicked Wheelie, I think he's called. Unusual looking figure. Not much animation or articulation on that one because he came with a vehicle, as did, I think, this dude, which is something like, oh, I can't remember. He's in a helicopter, somewhat smell, I don't remember, and his head turns, and he looks quite frightening, so we got him. Tombstone Tackle, of course, as well. This one's quite a common figure, you see a lot of people own, and his back flips up, and some eyes poke out of his butt. The thing in there, quite cool. So yeah, there's him. There's the Bin Man, probably one of my more favourite out of the enemies on this line. The bin goes over his head, if you get the articulation right, and the thing pops up, and his jaws come out, and he's got some wings here. Very nice to find intact wings. So yeah, I like that one. That's a cool figure. That works on a couple of levels, the bits out of his legs, the bin, and he looks pretty good like that as well. You can't tell, well, you could tell what he's going to transform into, but for back in the 80s, that was a one top class toy. We've got Bad Cop here. Bad Cop. Oops. Mine isn't the best. Got a little button on the back, and of course he flips open. But press the little button on his belt there. Try and flip it this way for you when I do it. And that's supposed to flip down. That's supposed to happen. His hat's supposed to come up. You can pull out his arms, and I believe his legs come out. Yeah, there you go. So it looks nice and scary. Why a cop would do that, not a clue. But toys don't need to make sense, right? Right? But cool figure, cool figure. And now we come to my favourites. Guys, if the Universal Monsters are your favourites, please hit that like button and comment and tell me why they are your favourite. But I absolutely love these dudes. These are the my favourites of the set. So we got the werewolf here, which if you pull back his arms, he does a like a bear hug grab thing, and his head goes back. Very cool articulation on that. Love that figure. We got the Dracula, which if we do that again and then open it up, his mouth opens and he comes to bite. Come to suck your blood. But very cool. I like the Universal monsters. Quasimodo with his open jaw thing there. I forget which way he... Oh yeah, there you go. Push his legs together and his arms open and he drops his chain. Sorry, I don't know if that was on camera. I'll do that again. So yeah, and he drops his chain and does that. Not the most articulated figure, but still pretty cool. A recognisable franchise monster. And of course, the Mummy. Very cool figure. Very hard to find because, of course, these bits were kept on with ribbon, so his head comes off and you get... Ugh! It's like a tiny Sontaran head. I don't know if that'll come into focus, and his arm pops off, which is quite cool. An actual terrifying Mummy. Ah, there you go. His arm flicks up, so it pops off his head, I think. Very cool figure, very cool. I think that's supposed to do that. You wrap this around in some fashion. Again, there's a bit of the imagination to be had with these toys, which was sort of my favourite part of these. You know, you had to think up the situation, or the what the Ghostbusters were going to face. Hopefully his arm will go... Ah, there we go. Okay, so it goes that way, and then when you do that, his arm pops out and he takes off his hat. I think that's the point. But very cool. I say, very hard to find in good condition because the wrappings tend to get broken on these guys, and obviously worn and rusty. Well, rusty. You know, torn. So, very cool figure out of that line. And, as I said, I do have a couple of card pieces out of this line. So we have the mini shooter. Again, this is a imported card. Not in the best condition, but the things are still sealed, which is very cool. Some nice pictures on the back. So we got that one, we saw that one, we saw that one, we saw that one. I've not got Croc or Horror Hinky. That Winston's quite cool as well. Look, that animation really shows him off, as does the Janine. Make sure you've still got all the Ghostbusters on the card. And of course, you're still being shown the Ecto-1, which was a very expensive piece at the time. The Ghost Zapper, the Plugger, the Proton Pack. We got this nice sticker here, because it's an import, which is quite cool as well. And they're still trying to sell the fire station, but this time it shows you that it can be used with the ectoplasm, which is quite cool. Say my other carded figures from this collection are also in this line. So we have a Tombstone Tackle here. Again, another imported card. I think they're easier or cheaper to get imported from some places. Other places, there are rare regions for these toys. This is much nicer on the back, look. Much bigger, so you've got nice big pictures, and still advertising the same sort of stuff. We got... Actually, it's not. We've got Ectoplasm down here with the little monsters. And we've got the mini Goop figures here. That's a really nice back card when you're looking at figures. Again, not the best condition, but my whole adage about carded figures is at least they're carded, you know. The figure is meant, it comes with the card, in my opinion, which is cool. And, of course, the final one, which is actually an English one, look. We have Haunted Granny. You can tell Haunted Human there. Granny Gross Ghost! Change sweet old Granny into Granny Gross. Card again, not the best, but still cool. And advertising the same sort of stuff again. But yeah, those are the carded pieces in my collection. I presume the Haunted Humans must be the easiest ones to get by the looks of it, or the Haunted Lion. Later figures, I take it, got rarer, as well as the Universal Monsters, because they're more popular, I imagine, in the line. But yeah, still nice figures. So, we shall move on to the rest of the line, and I'll explain why in a minute. And here is the rest of the line. Now, I say this because A, I don't have many of them. B, they're very rare and they didn't sell that well, to be fair. The Haunted Humans was probably the height of the Lion, which is a shame. But they did come out with a few more sets after this. Very hard to find. You might see a Slimer there. We'll get to him in a minute. I think these were something like Ghostbusters in space. They had like little back things to do. So if we pull that down, it changes his face round. Oops, put him in the middle of the camera. So quite a cool animation, but probably not as interesting as the other one. I saw somebody else, I can't remember what channel it is, so I'll credit whoever it was, that said basically the toys got too good, so it stopped kids imagining what happened, so you had to have that ghost to go with that Ghostbuster, and it started to get a bit too commercial, I think. You had to have everyone in the line, so then the line died out. They tried to push it further than it probably needed to. Does this one go up, is it? I think so. Is it up or out? Ah, there we go. Push it that way. So, it does that. Again, very simple animation. If anything, it is definitely more boring than the other one. Some nice detail on his eyes there, though, when they poke out. But, yeah, maybe not as interesting for kids to play with, maybe. Egon here, I think his pack just, yeah, goes up. That one's got a bit more animation in it. Look, you got the tentacles coming out. He would have had a helmet, so when you did that, the helmet popped off as well. His hair comes up. But again, the figure itself, a bit simple maybe. Nothing much going on apart from they're in space. Yeah, I think we can see why that failed, really. Then we come to this line, which is quite cool, but again, very rare. So these look like just strangely coloured figures. These were the slimed heroes. So if I was to put cold water on these, I'm not going to do it. Even though, as you can see, it's a very hot day today. They look like they get slimed. The bits of slime that are on the costume in like a weird paint, I guess, whatever, show up and they look slime. So we've got Egon. We've got Peter here as well. So that's why they're in this weird, horrible cream and light-coloured plastic. Again, an excellent thing to do to the toy line, actually. I don't mind this as much as the poor animated figures we just saw, because they were doing something different. They were taking a risk with the line, but honestly, yeah, again, they came with proton packs and stuff. Yeah, I don't know, just took a risk, didn't work off. As you can see, these are 1990. They look great, the figures. They look like the actors still, or the characters. You can tell the paint's not the best on them. They did lose a bit of paint here or there, but still relatively robust figures. But again, the line wasn't selling well. So basically these didn't sell well. So again, quite hard to find. Obviously no accessories for these at all for me. We'll move on to these. Technically he comes next, but we'll move on to these guys, which were like spinning head figures. So you wind them up somehow. I forget how they're done. You put something in the back as well, which would animate, and then if you spring the button, oh, there you go. I was going the wrong way with it. And if you spring the button, his head spins around and his arms go around. Not exactly exciting. Same with this one, really. I think this one works better, though. Again, don't overdo it with these old figures, but... oops, which way are we going? That way? Don't want to force it. There you go. He works a bit better. And again, you put something in his back and it'll animate as well. Trying to get more actiony again after the failed Slimed Heroes line. They tried to go, let's do something different. And it didn't sell that well. And that's sort of where the line died, I think. This is cool. This is the Slimer slime figure. So he's got a detachable backpack here. You take out the plunger, put your slime in there. There is some residue of some slime. It's got like a rubber end. And the slime would be projected through Slimer and out of his mouth. And you can see a bit of slime left there. I've left it for that purpose, so he looks like what he was doing. Push that down and he slimes people. Got some guns on the backpack. Backpack, nothing too special. Just a hunk of blue plastic, really, but it did its job. They're a bit late. Another series we'll review in the future is He-Man, and they had a lot of slime as well in their toy line. It was sort of like the craze in the mid-80s. Yeah, and I think Kenner just got a bit late to the party with it, which is a shame. But, you know, the figures still exist. They are still out there. Very collectible now, as of the Slimed Heroes. But, yeah, at the time, I think the line just died, really, which is a shame. But there are a few things I've yet to show you. So let's move on to a couple of vehicles. Okay, guys, so the first set of vehicles, Highway Haunters. As you can see, I've got two of them. Quite common. Easily broken as well. You can see the, the bumper on this one has snapped there. The clip underneath has gone on this one. But you press the top of the headrests and... oh! It's a haunted bug thing! Ooh, there he is, look. That was slightly out of camera shot. I should have done that further back. I'll do that with this one, so you guys can see it transform magnificently. Whoa! There he is, look. There he is. There's your highway haunter there. So quite common, but still a cool piece. The one thing I did like about the Ghostbusters line is if I grab a figure, oh, put that wheel set back in. The figures actually do fit in the vehicles. Put the arms, of course, but yeah, which was really nice. A lot of toy lines. They must have learned from Ecto 1 because you can't get all 4 Ghostbusters in Ecto 1. Bit of a shame, really, but with these guys, they all fit in these vehicles pretty well, which I think is a selling point. Obviously, if you're playing with them, making them fit in the vehicles is a big plus. We'll come to the Firehouse, like I said, in a minute, but yeah, pretty cool vehicles. The only other vehicle I've got, and honestly, I don't even know why I'm showing you this, is Ecto 3. I'm not even really going to bother to make a transition for this one. It's missing its things there, which are like big waffle flippers or whatever you want to call it, and they're supposed to grab ghosts. Some of the vehicles are ridiculous, some of them are decent. Honestly, if you're looking to buy the line, Ecto 1 is the one you want. Otherwise, I wouldn't really bother. But again, cool bits. Okay guys, 2 other bits I forgot to mention, so I'm putting these in here, is, so there is the Proton Pack, but there's also add-ons to the Proton Pack. Here we have the Ghost Trap, which, as you can see, you press on the thing, or you're supposed to stamp on it, but obviously we wouldn't do that. It opens up. This is glow in the dark as well, and does supposed to come with a ghost. I don't own the ghost. And this is supposed to slot into the Proton Pack, and it wheels along the floor. You're supposed to wheel it along and wham! And catch a ghost. Part of the role-playing toy line, which is really cool. Obviously, to get a better picture of these, I'm up in the air and in a slightly different position. The other one is the Ecto Count machine, which is quite cool. It doesn't have any batteries in, so you're supposed to wave this about. That's why it's got a nice handle on it. And you mess with this, which clips onto your belt or onto the Proton Pack, depending on which thing you've got. And you're supposed to change the pitch higher and lower and turn it on and off and whatever as a thing. Really cool bits. These are bits I will add to if I can find the popper and the zapper and stuff, because they are really cool. I love the Ghost Trap. Ghost Trap is absolutely awesome. This, it's a bit tacky, but that is a nice bit of plastic. If we're talking about plastic, that is a nice bit of plastic with some stickers on it. Everybody loves plastic and stickers, right? But yeah, 2 other cool bits from the collection there I thought I'd drop in at this point. Okay, a few other bits in the collection. We have this real Ghostbusters bag. This was a recent pickup as well from this year, I think. As you can see, Stay Puft on there. It's not in the greatest of conditions, but really cool item. This would have been some child's pride and joy heading to school and back, which is really cool. So yeah, very pleased with that item in my collection. Say, condition could be better, but he's pretty cool. And we don't just have one Slimer, we actually have 2 Slimers, exactly the same, plushies, with their tags, new releases, but pretty cool. I quite like these guys. I just move them about the toy bunker occasionally to surprise anybody that walks in, but very cool. I like those guys. We have a couple of newer bits as well, which I'll show you, and actually something you might actually see me use day to day. We got this weird Stay Puft thing, again from the new line. Try me? What does you do? Don't say the batteries have gone. I think they have. Oh no! He used to do the Ghostbusters theme. He used to. Yeah, but he used to do that. Non-rechargeable batteries are not to be recharged. Of course, button cell batteries included. I don't think you can replace the ones in here as well. You have to unsew him, which is a shame. But he's on his original card, which is quite cool. So, yeah. Just a random piece. Again, most of this has come from round car boots when I found it, so I've picked it up. We got a Ghostbusters mug. Again, not one of the more interesting designs, but still pretty cool. Nothing special about it, but another shelf filler. And then we go into the random bits in this bag, or 2 random bits, I should say. 3 random bits, actually. We got this, which you saw me pick up recently, an XO1. No idea. It does things apparently, like he lights up and makes some sounds. Hopefully that came up on the mic, and then like a starting up sound, and he flashes on and off. Again, something for the shelves really. Nothing too special, but he looks cool. He looks cool. We got this weird Burger King, I guess a spinning top Slimer, so he's supposed to spin around and his arm's supposed to flail out. Again, not overly collectible, I'm going to say, but just another bit I found in a box and gone, you know what, I'm going to have that. Why not? And of course, we got another little Slimer here. Nothing too important, but just another shelf filler in here. Something to put on a shelf. You know what us collectors like for things on a shelf. Absolutely love it. Should we get to it? Should we get to the firehouse? Should we do that? Okay then. And this, as you might be able to see at the corner of the screen there, is the Ghostbusters Firehouse. It's big, it's huge. You're actually going to have to see bits of rubbish here. Mine is not in the best condition. We are missing the big pole which they can slide down. I'm also missing the doors, I'm missing the sign. But I at least can say I have owned a Ghostbusters Firehouse. The one selling point of the one I've got is that it does indeed contain the two containment units. The little one and the bigger one. Get it out. That one is slightly broken, but it is there. These are rare bits from the line. So the idea is you put a ghost in this bit. It attaches to that bit, and then when you slide it across, when that's all the way across, it drops the ghost that's in here into here, and then it is contained. Is the general idea. Like magic, and the ghost will be in there somewhere. That's why that's got broke. Somebody's obviously forced it, but I do own one, which is basically all I wanted to say, really. And then we move on to my Ghostbusters bag. A few of you that have seen me in real life will recognise this. This is my car booting swag bag. You will find me wearing this with pride around the car boots. I got this a few years ago now, but it's from the new Ghostbusters. I think it was before the new film came out. Yep, so this is where all my swag goes from the car boot, and of course where there's a strap there are some badges. A couple of these are obviously not Ghostbusters related, but should be able to see. Oops, come on strap, there we go. Play ball. We have my Ghostbusters 2 badge at the top. I've not got an original Ghostbusters film badge yet. Doctor Who one, a Queen one of course, a Red Dwarf reference because I love it, and a nice another Ghostbusters enamel pin. Jonathan Timbrell, you'll have seen me with this around the car boots. If the bandana is not a big enough giveaway, if you guys are looking for me around fairs and boots, the bag pretty much should be. But yeah, another a piece I actually use from my collection. And that is it, guys. That is my Ghostbusters collection, pretty much in its entirety. I think there's a few bits I've missed out here and there. I think I've got another badge somewhere, but it's oh, what was it doing now? Something to do with the Ghostbusters crisps. I'll find that out and put it on social media and stuff. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this new style of video. Honestly, I'm recording this on day 2 because a lot of the footage I did on day 1 has corrupted. I was going to be over the footage of the stuff, talking to you in the top corner, and it all corrupted. So, lessons have been learned. It will be different next time, but I do hope you enjoyed it. As for the giveaway, I know you guys have been wondering. Well, all you have to do, like, comment, be a subscriber, and you'll be picked randomly. I shall do it live on one of my Twitch streams if you want to check out the authenticity of the giveaway. And you will not only win 1, 2, 3, 4, and indeed 5 real Ghostbusters figures. I have not got an original Winston, so you're getting the scare one. And you can't have a set of Ghostbusters without a Janine. I do not have a spare Slimer. Otherwise, obviously, that would be part of it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave me some comments down below, what you liked, what you didn't like. Please give it a like. Please, if you've just skipped to the end of the giveaway, watch it all the way through. Really helps with YouTube retention and things, and gets me on pages, so the more subscribers I get, the more stuff I can do and give away, basically. But yeah, thank you so much, and until next time, It's as neat and as neat from me. I shall catch you all in the next video or on Twitch. Ta-ra!